And some big changes are coming to downtown Green Bay when it comes to parking. I'm NBC 26 Today's McLeod Hageman in downtown Green Bay, catching up with people who work in this spot and the city leaders who make those parking decisions about the cost and when those changes will be taking effect.
Into 25, we'll start getting serious about parking meters, reintroducing them into the Broadway district of downtown.
Green Bay parking manager Christopher Pierlot says city leaders have decided to bring back parking meters to the city's west side, but likely after the draft and once business owners get established in the new public market.
The downtown market is a big deal that's going on right now. They're redeveloping that building. The NFL draft is coming up, so you don't want to shake the apple cart too hard. Right now, we're worried about draft planning, that type of stuff, the big picture, and then we'll focus in and take care of the little bits and pieces.
And that's not the only change coming to downtown parking. Starting in the new year, people will be able to park at meters longer than 2 hours. But Lions Mouth bookstore owner Amy Mazriello says that 2-hour max is better for business.
I think for the most part, our customer base is here for, 30 minutes to an hour. 2 hours is, I think, sufficient for getting, your lunch or shopping or whatnot done.
But other people who work in downtown Green Bay, like creamery server Kayla Sal, say the parking situation is already a struggle.
It's really discouraging. You're at negative before you even walk in the door. To clock in, you already spent money. I don't like it.
After the 2-hour meter max is lifted in the new year, people will be able to park at meters for as long as they want, but it'll cost more. That's $1 for the first and second hour, $2 for the third and fourth, then $3 for the fifth hour. Now, people who work in the downtown area, like Sal, say they'll continue parking in the garage or parking lot simply because it'll be less expensive.
It is about $8 a day, usually 3 days during the week we have to pay. It's free on weekends, so $100 a month, $1,200 a year.
Pierlot says they decided to lift the 2-hour max at meters because the city is down 40% parking occupancy from before the pandemic, and more people have been asking to park longer in the streets. He says the system they've come up with might not make everyone happy, but it's a compromise for business owners and people visiting and working in downtown Green Bay.
Curbside parking is still intended to be for short-term turnover and convenience to that business in front of where you're parking. But if you want to park longer, it's a decision you got to make.
And again, I do want to stress these changes haven't taken effect just yet. The 2-hour max at the meters, well, that will be lifted in the new year. And then the parking meters on Broadway on the west side of Green Bay, that will likely be reintroduced later in 2025. So lots of changes coming up on the horizon for the new year. Reporting in downtown Green Bay, McLeod Hageman, NBC 26.